Do you feel like you're losing control, as if you're struggling to hold everything together? But deep down, something has already started to fall apart. You've been waking up with a heavy body, a foggy mind, and a silent fear that the world might pull you under. Maybe you think you're just stressed or tired of modern life. But what if I told you it's deeper than that? What's failing might not be your job, your relationships, or even your mental health. It might be your energetic foundation. What you're feeling could be the silent call of the root chakra, the most primal, most powerful, and most forgotten energy center in your spiritual body. A chakra that, when blocked, scatters your energy, crushes your confidence, and disconnects your body from your soul. You begin to question everything, resist change, feel afraid without even knowing why. But here's a secret. You're not broken, you're disconnected. And in this video, we'll go down together to the base, the root, the point where everything begins and everything can be rebuilt. Take a deep breath, because if you pressed play, it's because the earth is calling you back. Chapter 1. The Root Call. The forgotten foundation of spirit. Before any enlightenment, before any awakening, there's a step that almost no one wants to take: descent. Yes, before you rise, you must descend. Descend into your roots, to the densest, oldest, and most rejected part of your being. This point is called Muladhara, the root chakra, the invisible foundation where all that sustains your experience on Earth rests. Your survival, your instinct, your vital force, your connection to the planet. It's located at the base of your spine, where your body meets the ground. But energetically, it lives where your soul first landed when you were born into this world. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The root chakra is not just an energy center, it's your contract with life. As long as you're alive, your soul stands on it. It's through this chakra that you feel stability, safety, and belonging. It's how you feel at home inside your own body. But when this root is sick, you begin to feel like you're floating, like there's no ground beneath you. You disconnect from reality. You lose strength, and without noticing, you start living in fear of existing. Because what's at stake here is not just energy, it's energetic identity, spiritual foundation, your ability to inhabit life with strength, courage, and presence. And maybe, what you're feeling now, the emptiness, the instability, the exhaustion, isn't a problem of the mind. It's just the echo of a root that's screaming for you. Do you remember who you were before fear, before doubt, before the world told you it was dangerous to trust? This is the call of your base, your first chakra, the forgotten foundation of your inner temple. And you only need to make one choice: to return. Return to the earth. Return to you. Chapter 2. Hidden symptoms of a blocked root chakra. Maybe you thought it was just a rough patch, or that it was your fault, that you couldn't move forward. But what if the root of the problem is in your root? When the root chakra is out of balance, it doesn't scream. It goes quiet, and it's in that silence that you start to feel something is off, even if everything seems normal. You wake up exhausted, feel a weight in your body that doesn't match your age. Your motivation vanishes before the day begins, and a diffuse fear creeps into your daily life. But it's not an ordinary fear. It's a fear without shape, without name, but constant. Fear of leaving the house, fear of losing everything, fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough. You start avoiding change, cling to objects, routines, people that no longer make sense. But you can't let go, because your instinct whispers, if I change, I might not survive. You sabotage yourself, procrastinate, hide, and create a life so small your soul can't fit inside it anymore. Sometimes the body breaks. You become anemic, drained, with unexplained pains. Other times, the mind collapses. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and no one knows why. But there's another extreme. When the root chakra is overactive, the energy of survival becomes addiction. You become greedy, compulsive, obsessed with control. You chase money, status, safety, as if life is a constant war. You never relax, never trust, never feel peace. And in this state, the soul doesn't grow, it just survives. Here lies the spiritual paradox no one talks about. The same chakra that can ground you can also trap you. The same center that roots you in strength can bury you in fear, stagnation, and self-sabotage. These symptoms are not signs of weakness, they are alerts. Spiritual codes trying to tell you that something must be unlocked. And the most dangerous of all is the one you've normalized. Chapter 3. What these symptoms are trying to teach you. Have you ever asked yourself why this is all happening now? Why, just when you try to grow, create, or change, you feel this weight, this fear, this paralysis that seems to come from within, but not from your mind? What you're feeling might be uncomfortable, but it's not a punishment. It's a call, a silent warning that you've drifted too far from yourself, that your roots are dry, suffocating, forgotten. The symptoms you feel aren't your enemies, they're spiritual messengers. They don't arise to hurt you. They arise to bring you back. Back to where? To the beginning, to the base, to the sacred soil of your body, to the earth energy that pulses beneath your feet and that you haven't felt in years. You were told to rise, to ascend, to transcend. But no one ever told you that without roots, even the light collapses. The root chakra is the first teacher, and its teaching is simple, but forgotten. You can't be spiritual if you're not embodied. You can't live in the sky if you abandon the earth. Every fear, every apathy, every crisis that emerges when this chakra is wounded is the energetic language of your soul saying, return to now, return to the body, return to the ground. Without that return, everything you build crumbles. Relationships don't last, plans don't manifest, dreams stay stuck in your mind, because you're trying to build a temple on a cracked foundation. These symptoms are not weakness, they are a silent initiation, a rite of passage that only begins when you're ready to hear. It's time to replant your soul back into the earth. Chapter 4. Healing begins with the first step. You don't need a miracle, you don't need complex rituals, you need something more ancient and infinitely more powerful. Presence. The root chakra isn't healed by the mind, it's healed by the body, by movement, by contact with the earth. Healing begins when you stop running and step again where everything began. There's no healing without ground, and this ground is sacred. Return to the body. Return to the weight of your legs. Return to the breath that anchors you in the now. And above all, return downward. Return to earth. Because while you're trying to ascend, the energy that could save you is beneath your feet. Your body understands the language of the earth. That's where your energy field gets rewritten. Touch nature with intention. Garden, lay on the grass, hug a tree. You don't need to believe in it. Your nervous system already does. Activate your body with power. Practice physical exercises that awaken strength and stability. Boxing, weight training, martial arts, self-defense, movements that say, I'm here and I won't run from life. Meditate in the body, not the mind. Close your eyes, feel your feet on the floor. Let your spine feel like a root. Breathe until you hear the sound of your blood. Stay. Don't abandon yourself. Chant the bija mantra, Lam, but not just with your mouth. Feel the vibration dropping into your coccyx. Visualize this sound as a red light, awakening the serpent of your presence. Eat with gratitude. Chew slowly. Savor the taste. Because the root chakra is also nourished by what you allow yourself to receive. And above all, embrace the present moment. Simple acts like washing your hands or climbing stairs can become portals if you are whole. An ancient truth: you don't need to leave your body to find the divine. The divine is waiting for you to return. And it lives where everything begins, in your base. With every conscious step, you reactivate your soul's foundation. With every deep breath, you anchor more of your essence. And when the root chakra awakens, you feel it. You walk strong. You radiate confidence. You return to truly exist. Chapter 5. The true purpose of the root chakra. We were taught to chase the light, to reach upward, to seek the heavens, to be spiritual, as if the divine were always out of reach. But no one told you the truth. The sky only rises for those who have roots. The root chakra, Muladhara, is more than a survival center. It is the mystical foundation of your incarnated soul, the invisible pillar that supports every other layer of your being. Without it, you might meditate, study, pray, but all of it will be done with your feet in the air, without strength, without direction, without energetic consistency, because you cannot ascend if you're still afraid to exist. And here lies the hidden truth. The root chakra's sacred purpose is to reconcile you with life itself, with matter, with the now, with the body you inhabit and often reject. It teaches that true spirituality is not an escape, it's radical presence. It's saying, I am here, fully, without wishing to be someone else, without wanting to be somewhere else, without skipping steps. Healing begins with grounding, and grounding brings something holy back. Trust. Trust in your path. Trust in time. Trust in your body. Trust in the universe. Not as a belief, but as a vibration. When the root chakra is in balance, you begin to walk with strength. Your energy field aligns. Your aura expands. And your soul feels safe enough to finally bloom. You no longer need to fight. You no longer need to run. You simply are. And that state is pure power. Because the true purpose of the root chakra is to remind you that you weren't born to survive. You were born to exist, with presence, with body, with soul. And only after that can you truly rise. Final call, the ground that makes you remember. If you've come this far, it means a part of you is already remembering. Remembering the forgotten root, the sacred ground inside of you, the invisible temple where your soul touches the earth. You are not here by accident. You were called, and that call came from below. It came from the earth beneath your feet, from your body, which can no longer stand being ignored, from your energy, quietly begging, come back to me, come back to now, come back to yourself. Because before you seek the light, you must ignite the flame of presence. Before you touch the sky, you must honor the ground. And if this video touched something inside you, don't let it pass like any other content. Turn it into a ritual of return. Right now in the comments, write with intention, I activate my root with presence and power. This phrase is not just a comment. It's a vibrational key. The first root you plant back into yourself. If you feel this video could help someone who's lost their connection to self, share it. You might be the grounding thread for another soul in search of their center. And if you want to continue this journey with me, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because the next step comes from the same voice that called you here. And remember, you weren't born just to survive. You were born to inhabit life with soul. And the first step always begins with Earth.